grace journey. I'm Daniel. You awaken to your true nature. Love, with more grace and ease. So today, I would like to break down the benefits of curiosity, the benefits of bringing more curiosity into our lives. I want to talk about the effects of this Mercury Retrograde through Pisces. I want to dive deeper into what I've been experiencing in these energies, and I really am experiencing embodying higher levels of curiosity, embodying the wisdom, more wisdom of curiosity. So I'd like to share what I'm benefiting from, and I pray that what I share here benefits you also. Before we begin, let's just breathe 3 nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Let's become present. Just become present. Understand that there's nothing to do but this right here, right now. So let's talk about what I've been experiencing through this Mercury retrograde. My last energy update video, I spoke about these energies of the Mercury retrograde through Pisces, how it's given us opportunities to embody higher levels of wisdom, intuition, how it's helping us to surrender and trust more, and how it's like a coasting energy where we are just floating. It's not an energy of forcing anything. It really is an energy of just surrendering into the flow, surrendering into waves of whatever is brought our way, just coasting along with it. And I had, this week, my family and we had some unexpected changes, which motivated, really pushed my family, most of my family, my immediate family, out of the state. And I've been in solitude for days now. The first time I've ever been completely in solitude for hours and days on end. And I've spent time in solitude, hours in meditation and things like that, but never just complete solitude. And what I realized is through this journey of solitude, how much curiosity I'm bringing along in this journey. I'm really, staying open to who I am when I'm not in anyone's energy, and as a reflector, who I am when there's no one else's beliefs to reflect, okay? No one else's thoughts or feelings to reflect. Who am I? And it's almost like diving deep into an abyss where I'm open to not knowing who I am. I'm curious. I'd like to discover myself in this energy. And there's been times I've gone to the fridge looking for food, and I couldn't determine what I wanted to eat, because I'm always used to serving and putting my family's needs at the forefront as the priority, which I enjoy doing. I really do. But it really I'm kind of physically low on energy, because as a reflector, I reflect the energy of others. I use their energy for my own physical energy. So, it's been kind of just coasting, really coasting along. And I want to talk about curiosity. I am so curious in this energy. I'm like, who am I? This is interesting. I attempted to do a video yesterday, and I didn't have anything really to share. It's like nothing to cling on to, nothing to hold on to. I found myself binge watching Survivor just to have some sense of drama to hold on to. And you know what? Curiosity helps us bring this humor. That's a benefit of curiosity. It helps us to bring humor when we are going through a certain change in our lives. Being able to just witness ourselves in it, not judge it, just say, wow, this is interesting. I don't have anything to cling on to. What am I going to do right now? Okay, I've done yoga and meditation. I sang, I pulled out my tambourine, I danced, just enjoying the energy. And I'm so grateful that, growing up, I had a mom who nurtured my curiosity. My mom was a reverend, a Christian reverend, and she did not resist me from studying other religions, studying other sacred texts and things of that nature. She actually nurtured my curiosity. And as a reflector, as a kid, I was Muslim when I hung out with my Muslim friends. I was Christian when I hung out with my Christian friends. I learned something from all of it. I reflected all of it. And I'm still in this space where I am just staying curious. And that's one of the benefits of curiosity. One of the benefits is that we get to discover who we are in the midst of change. Okay, we get to discover who we are in the midst of change. It helps us to surrender and trust more. When we're in a state of curiosity, and we're not judging what we're in, we're just witnessing, we're just curious about who we become in those moments. We're able to surrender and trust. And that's what this Mercury retrograde through Pisces energy, for me, I feel like is all about. It helps us embody more states of tranquility. There was moments during this time, and I have a few more days in solitude before my family comes back. But there were moments where I just sat in silence, just sat and allowing myself not to cling on to anything. And I really experienced deep levels of tranquility and peace. It helps us bring more joy and humor into our lives. Okay, it really does, help us bring more joy and humor into our lives, because we're not in a space where we're trying to change anything. Okay, we're surrendering into it, and we're discovering who we are. We're curious. We can laugh at ourselves. We can play. We can be creative. It helps us embody a higher sense of self-love, which is important in being who we truly are. Two scriptures come to mind. I've learned from a lot of different sacred texts, so I'm going to use the Holy Bible. I feel as though I belong to all the religions. I feel like I belong to every religion that embodies love, peace, unity, and compassion. So I honor the saints, the sages, the masters of all of the ancient religions. But I want to pull out two scriptures that came to mind for this for today's wisdom. And one of them is Luke 17:21. Neither shall they say, lo here, lo there, for the kingdom of heaven is within you. And that is the word, those are the words of Christ Jesus. Okay, the kingdom of heaven is within us. Matthew 18:3 says, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. And if the kingdom of heaven is within us, and in order to enter we need to be like little children, then I'd say curiosity is the essential energy we need to bring, one of the essential energies we need to begin to embody this sense of heaven within ourselves, the sense of bliss. I have some cards. I have the Hierophant Card, and the Hierophant Card is the divine masculine energy, okay, that nurtures our spiritual wisdom. He nurtures our spiritual awareness. And when we begin to embody higher levels of curiosity, we begin to nurture our spiritual wisdom, because we allow it to come through us without controlling it. We surrender into it. We go into the flow of it. Instead of trying to control the current, it just flows through us. You know, yesterday I tried to do a video, and well, I planned to do a video, I should say, and I didn't have any words to say, so I pendulumed. I used my pendulum to douse and ask my higher self, like, what do we have to say? And the answer was nothing. And I had to surrender into that. There's nothing today, but there's something today, okay? So, and I'm surrendering into that with pure curiosity and fun. Energy healing. When we begin to embody higher levels of curiosity, okay, we begin to heal our own energy, because we're in a state of surrender. We're in a state of being able to be guided. And finally, the blessing of endless possibilities. Allow your inner child to be the master for a while, and don't take things too seriously. Have fun and explore the world of endless possibilities. Something wonderful is created through imagination and innocence. I love you so much. I pray that these Mercury Retrograde through Pisces energy continue